Well, the most important thing for a company to really think about is where they're different from the competition. And once they've really understood their market, really understood where they stand out, it's then trying to make sure that that's really relevant to their customers. I think if you start to get that stuff really sorted, that goes a long way to helping you with your business. I think the other part of it is really trying to understand your customers, how they might use word of mouth and talking about you, and then also trying to get your own staff to really be engaged about what your brand is. Your staff are your biggest advocates. They're the ones that are going to be talking about you. They're the ones that are actually delivering your brand. So you want them to be really sort of demonstrating all your brand values. An example, I think it's always quite a nice one. If you've got, say, two beauty parlours in the same road, why do customers pick one as against the other? You know, both doing manicures, both doing massages, etc., etc. Try and have a look about, so look at those two. I mean, I've got two where I live, and I know I like one better than the other one. The reason I like the one better than the other one is the way that the women dress. They're all in a nice uniform. You get a cup of coffee when you go in for your treatment. So it's about those service levels. It's about all of those things. So whereas the other one doesn't have that branded experience. So I think it's really try and go back to what your business is about. Really try and understand it. Really try and work out where it's relevant to your customers. Start from that basis, and then I think you can start to build things around that proposition, your proposition for your customers. Another area that you could look at brand is also around how you stand in the community, because obviously a lot of your businesses are in the community. Again, how customers and your own staff will perceive you is if you are doing stuff back into the community. So sort of the CSR, sort of ethical business type policies that you could have. A lot of businesses I know locally where I live, they support local schools, local charities, local trusts. That kind of thing can play a really good part in building your customers, because it says something about you as a brand. A way to look at it is, what do you want people to be saying about you? So what do you want people to be saying about your business? And the CSR agenda can really help you in that place. Well, for a start, hopefully you'll be busy. You'll be selling more of what you do, because people will understand you, want to come to you. You'll get word of mouth recommendation, and basically more profits. I think also the other part of it is you'll have more engaged, happier staff, because they understand what your business is all about. They understand the values, and they know where you're going. So it's very clear for them what your business is all about. Yes, it could cost a little bit, but I think it depends as to what levels you want to go to. If I go back to my beauty parlour, that yes, they could have invested in uniforms, perhaps a new shop front, and new kits of how they dress the shop. So yes, there will be a bit of investment to get it right in the first place, but it could be as simple as, well, every customer that comes in, we're going to make sure that we give them a cup of coffee. So it doesn't necessarily have to go all of that way, but it's really about what you want to be known for, famous for. So I think that's where you can take it to. So I think it's up to you how much you spend. And brand isn't about advertising necessarily. Yes, it can help, and yes, it can really sort of get you on the map, but I think a lot more of it is to do with the way that you actually get your staff and what your business is about communicated. The main thing is really understand your customers, understand your proposition, understand where you're different, and then understand where that's relevant to those customers. If you get those things right, then actually the whole branding piece starts to fall into place, because those customers then start to build up a sort of knowledge, understanding about you, and they will want to come back.